Hello and welcome to the Flashback Podcast. My name is Coin, sometimes editor on this channel. Um, and we have with us the two other normal hosts. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Max. I'm half the reason that we haven't had an upload in almost a month.
I'm Rowan, and I am not half the reason, despite actually being half the reason we haven't uploaded.
I have been sick for a couple of weeks now, and basically unable to talk because of how much I cough.
My
Uh,
good family in town.
Yeah,
but we can't. We are back. We did the Long Halloween Part 1.
yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes, we
Did
did.
But before we get into that, there is a couple of news things that I would like to share.
go forth.
The most recent episode of The Flash has aired, and it had John Diggle in it. And it appears that he is finally going to be taking the mantle of Green Lantern.
Yay.
The actor said in an interview after the Arrow finale aired that Diggle initially refused the call, but we would be seeing the consequences of that. But at the end of this most recent Flash episode, it is clear that he is going to accept the call because it literally physically pains him. Give me 1 second.
I am behind on The Flash for once. Normally, I'm like day of, know everything. I haven't seen it for like 3 weeks.
I don't watch the CW shows, so I have no clue.
I am back.
I have watched pretty much every show the CW has put out. Do I like that I have? No. Have I done it? Yes.
Coin, one of the only TikToks on my TikTok account is Coin arguing with me about Superman and Lois and Superman being the best Superman.
Yeah, because I'm right.
No, you're
I'm
not.
right. No. Okay, for one, even though Titans is a bad show, I'm gonna bring this up.
I love
Not the first
Titans.
time Super Breath has been used in a good way. Superboy uses it in a very cool way in that show.
I love
Okay.
It
Titans.
does.
Secondly, those original movies, like the Donner movies, I'm
Did
pretty
not
sure.
age very well. You're right.
Yes, they did. Have you seen the Donner cut of Superman
Yeah.
Return of Superman 2? It's fucking amazing. It kicks ass. They age perfectly because that's Superman. Superman doesn't need to be serious. Superman needs to be kind of campy because that fits. Because
Superman
he's
has
the
to be
most
campy.
he's the most powerful man in the world.
Okay. Okay.
He
Okay.
can't take shit seriously unless he's fighting another Kryptonian or someone as strong as him.
Okay.
He has to be happy and joyful, or else we're just watching overpowered Batman do nothing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's talk. Let's move on. What
Okay.
if has finally gotten some more news? Not only do we know a couple more stories in the What If series, because they released a new poster today, but we also know that What If will officially be coming out on August 11th.
Oh, that's really close to my mom's birthday.
Uh,
Might be in college
Sorry, that's
when
off
that comes
topic.
out.
but we also see in the poster, we see that Captain America will not be the only zombie in the zombie episode. You see a zombie Hawkeye as well. You see Spider Man with Doctor Strange's cloak. And I believe we finally got an official look at the Gamora with Thanos' armor, and a new version of Ultron and Black Widow.
Hmm.
So it seems like the Lego leaks were true. That Ultron will win and Black Widow will be the survivor. Yeah. But
Sorry, anytime Lego leaks something, it fucking kills me.
they leaked some Spider-Man No Way Home stuff too. um,
Is that all the news, or
I'm thinking Black Widow comes out tomorrow.
also very exciting?
Loki ends next week.
Haven't started it.
Oh my
It's fucking
god, it's
great.
so good.
I'm behind. I need to finish Winter Soldier.
You haven't finished Falcon and Winter Soldier?
No, I have not. Okay, I'm behind for once.
Loki, I think
I think
this is
Loki.
topic.
Partly.
Personally, I
Loki
think
beats
Loki.
all of them literally every other show first
Yeah.
episode. I'm just gonna say that. But
What-
like, continue.
Coin, without spoilers, what's the best episode so far?
The most recent one.
Yeah, I agree.
There was a certain thing in the background that made me very happy to see.
Was it a helicopter by chance?
It was a helicopter.
This feels like it's leaning towards spoiler territory.
It's not. It's not. It's basically just
Also,
a place where like comic book references go because
Yeah,
they couldn't
there's
fit
a
them
very-
anywhere.
There's a very cool frog there as well.
There was a
Anyways,
very
let's
cool
get-
frog.
Let's get to Long Halloween.
But I want to talk
unless
about
there's more
frogs.
news. I don't want
Uh,
to talk about frogs. No.
Um,
Wrong in the
I-
notes.
I
Coin
do-
is
I-
wrong
but-
about the joke.
Coin is wrong about the Joker. I will.
No, I'm not. Okay.
You're
Mark
wrong.
Hamill is a fantastic Joker.
Mark Hamill
When
is
I
the
read
Joker.
comics, I don't hear Mark Hamill. I hear DiMaggio.
When I read the
That's just who I
do you
hear.
hear voices when you read the comics? I think that's another issue entirely.
No, yeah, of course,
You're
of course.
wrong.
Well, I usually do the voices when I read the comics, but when I'm not, I hear like certain actors I like. As
When
the
I-
characters
when
in
I-
here.
Who do you
DiMaggio's
hear
the
when you?
Joker.
This is completely off topic. Who do you hear when you read Spider-Man?
Fucking spectacular Spider-Man.
I hear
Uh,
I hear Yuri Lowenthal from the Spider-Man
Ah.
game.
I hear the voice actor from.
I've never
Spider-Man,
watched
'cause-
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Okay, we have to do that. We have to do that. We simply have to.
Solid.
Okay. Long Halloween.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the opening credits to Long Halloween.
Yes, the opening
Yeah.
credits were phenomenal.
They were very good. It quickly went over some of like the very opening of the book, but it skips over like Vidi's wedding, introducing some characters that aren't really vital, and it skips over that. But it gives us a good bit. It also skips over the first chase between Batman and Catwoman.
Oh, there is
in the
something.
comic.
There is something that I would like to preface this entire conversation with. With Justice Society World War II, we said the entire time that we think it is connected to Man of Tomorrow. With this one, we don't have to speculate because it is confirmed to be in the same universe as Superman Man of
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, it is.
So this obviously takes place post year one.
Yes.
Is fun.
Yeah.
Year two,
I.
right?
Yeah, it should be around that time. I wonder if they're gonna, cause I wonder if they are just gonna say, oh yeah, we're just gonna. I wonder if they're just gonna say, oh yeah, the year one movie takes place in our universe now. We're just gonna go ahead and say that, or
I
they're just
just-
gonna skip over
I
that.
never noticed.
Because
I'm sorry.
Long
Okay.
Halloween takes place directly after year one, to my knowledge, because Falcone has the same scar that Catwoman gives him in that. There's several references to it. I'm pretty sure in one of the issues of either Dark Victory or Long Halloween, it shows like a panel from year one, and it's the same art, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, solid. They mentioned Occam's Razor, which
Yes, they do.
I thought was really cool. Love when that's referenced.
Mhm.
You're aware of the ship of Theseus.
The score was fantastic. I love the motif
Oh, yeah.
they gave all the different bad guys.
Yeah, I really liked it. Like Joker had that like little clown, like before he jumped out the window, that little like clown music sound playing. There was some like more synth stuff for Catwoman sometimes. May I say, I think synth. I know people want noir music for Batman. No, I think synth fits Batman so much better. Like just a
I think-
dark noir synth. Oh, it sounds perfect.
I think it, I hope that doesn't show up in the recording. I just got a subscriber notification. I think it really depends on the context of the scene.
I guess, yeah.
This one might not
One
be
of
as
my
long
notes
as-
is just the word single face, which I can assume was me talking about Harvey Dent, but I'm not sure what the context is.
No, it
Harvey
absolutely
does
was.
just make a lot of like hint, nudge, like saying, I'm of two minds here. I'm only one man.
He might
I
as well
get
have
it.
turned to the
The whole time.
camera and gone,
Gilda
I'm
saying,
going to
Gilda,
become Two-Face in this story.
Gilda saying you have a love-hate relationship with everything, which is duality. Batman handing him the dual-handed coin so they would burn some money. Very Dark Knight right there, the whole burning of money.
Not about the money.
which I'm surprised none of you took a note on.
I thought
Uh,
about it. I just didn't
Instead,
write
I
anything down.
responded with, "We should stop mentioning Rachel."
Oh yeah, because
4 times by you guys.
yeah, okay. I mentioned Rachel because I said I wonder, even though Guild is a very different character, I wondered if they may have taken some inspiration from Gilda and given it to Rachel.
I want to say
That was
that Coin said, "I wonder if Rachel was based off Gilda," while a building exploded.
yeah, I did say that.
Um,
As
I have
everyone that
something-
listens to this podcast knows, Rachel is Rowan's favorite character in
Yeah,
Dark
yeah,
Knight.
We
that's just a
wanna
fact.
cry every time she's mentioned. It's fine.
I can't understand hating a character as much as you hate her.
No, I can.
You've obviously not watched enough TV if you don't hate characters this much.
I want to
Can
know why you mentioned iCarly in the notes.
I
Were there
actually had
feet
that
somewhere?
same question. There was something in there that reminded me of iCarly, but I don't remember what now.
I like that
Was
Coin
there, like-
immediately went to the Dan Schneider feet controversy.
That said, if you're not watching the new iCarly, it is delightful.
I haven't been watching it mostly because I want to binge the old show first. But
I actively do not want to watch the old show again because I'm so worried because I've
Oh,
seen
that's-
people just like. Because some people are just like, yeah, it's got some weird shit in it.
I might just.
I mean, it
I also
does.
don't have Paramount Plus, so I just.
Oh,
Ah.
my dad and stepmom have it, and I've just been like sneaking onto their. They know I'm on there, but I'm just like, "Hello, I'm here for one."
Can we
thing,"
just
and then I'll
casually-
lose it.
Can we just casually do an episode of the podcast that's about the iCarly reboot?
Yes, yes,
God.
we can. 10 out
Okay,
of
can I
10
ta-
would recommend.
Can I talk about why the fuck are people? Why are people calling it a reboot? Do they not know what a reboot is?
I mean, it's kind of a soft reboot in a way.
No, it's a continuation.
God
a
of
reboot
War,
would be like starting.
God of
over.
War 2018 is called a reboot, but it's a continuation.
That's dumb. It should not be called a reboot. A
It's-
reboot
it's a
starting over called a
soft-
continuation.
It's a soft
No.
reboot.
That's a soft reboot in the way the game is played. It's a different play style. This is the same exact story almost, just with cussing and beer.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Me and my mom saw the first commercial for the iCarly whatever Coin Miss Stickler for words. And when Spencer went, "Damn it!" we just looked at each other and said, "Well, now we have to watch it."
Oh no, Carly swears like 3 times in it. It's delightful. Also,
I am.
it's a soft reboot, much like the one season that the soft reboot of shoot, sorry, 1 second. And Pretty Little Liars got, where it's the same show, but it's not really. Versus like whatever's going on with Gossip Girl, which is not a soft reboot. This is not about the movie at all.
I have not seen.
When
either of
have
those.
we ever
Let's get back.
stayed on topic?
Let's get back to Long Halloween with talking about the voice actress for Catwoman who sadly
Diana Rivera.
passed away.
Also, if y'all just want to feel like the most sexual tension between 2 gay characters in a TV show, look up the Glee Annie, Are You Okay? A lesbian and a gay man.
All right, Miss. This is not about the movie at all.
It's the most
Um,
delightful song.
But yeah, to the voice actress of Catwoman, weird shit happened that.
I feel like we should.
I don't know if it's still being investigated.
I feel
but,
like we shouldn't be specific because
We're not. I'm
YouTube-
not going to be. I'm just
yeah.
going to say she passed away.
She's dead,
Very
and
sad.
it's really sad
yeah,
because she was really
Yeah.
I'm just worried about
Yeah.
YouTube's auto flagging system coming down. on us.
Understandable.
good.
Warning.
Also, you
Red-
should listen to her audiobook. It's good.
We probably shouldn't go into detail about this one either.
There's a lot of blood
There
in
is.
this movie, and if you get
Yeah.
squeamish, there are some scenes that made me want to leave several times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, no one. I have. No one mentioned VD in the fucking notes. I'm just gonna say this. VD in this, like this isn't a spoiler. It literally happens in the opening of the comic and the movie. One of the characters named Vidi gets shot. I think it's in the trailer as well. He got some man titties. Like they drew him with some man titties. I was not expecting that. He
It's
looked
down in
buff.
the plot section.
It is?
Yeah, dude was shot and left a Jack O. Was my
Oh.
opening for you to talk about man titties.
I'm so sorry. I didn't even notice that.
Oh, the characters, because that's what we start with after the weird opening bits.
Yeah.
Of course, there is Brucey Wayne.
Bruce, I really like the voice actor for Bruce. I honestly really like him. I will sometimes
I like him as an actor too.
There's something
It's
off
very
about the way he deepens his voice as Batman. I feel like it's just
Ah.
because he's new to the role of Batman. I feel like he'll get better the more he plays Batman.
it's not that weird to me because it just kind of sounds like a deeper version of his Jason Todd voice, just less New Jersey.
Yeah.
Like sometimes Jason Todd clearly comes through. I'm like, that sounds like Jason from Red Hood, Under the Red
Yeah,
Hood.
you can hear it a bit. It's there. Or, it sounds like Dean Winchester all the time.
Never seen Supernatural, so my only like encounter with this actor
Oh
is
my God.
purely Batman media.
Okay, we've got something to watch after the podcast. Okay. Moving on.
Number 2, Alfred is in it. Delightful,
And-
10 out of 10.
Alfred
yes,
with
and-
the gray hair and the gray mustache will always be amazing.
Yeah. Alfred's also
Um,
got some jokes. He's got jokes, which is good.
Jim Gordon is a bad cop in this movie.
When
Timothy
is
has
it?
never once been a good cop. Can we be clear?
He gives this gun to a man who is clearly not okay.
who
Relies
Batman.
on a vigilante for half the crime in Gotham.
Okay, here's the thing.
Never been a good cop.
Batman clearly goes over the fact that the reason Harvey does not own a gun is because he failed the psyche eval. Jim, 100% knowing this, 100% having to know this, well, because he is Harvey's best friend, goes, "Hey Harvey, you just escaped from somewhere. Here, have a fucking gun to
This
protect
picture
yourself."
technically has a spoiler for part 2, but you can't see it, technically.
That's fine. That's fine.
What is
Um,
Gordon thinking?
It's
What the fuck, Gordon? This is why people question your leadership.
Very much connected to this, we have Harvey being Harvey.
being 18 feet wide.
Yeah, he's kind of
Single-faced Harvey.
he's not on like Telltale levels of
It's,
Harvey Dent, just wide.
Oh my
But he's
god,
pretty
it's Ben
broad.
Swallow.
Oh, why?
It's
Um,
Ben Swallow every time Harvey is on screen.
In
God.
fact, in the notes, if you're looking, I have Harvey, parentheses, broad man.
He's got some big hands. He's got some big
His
hands.
hands
His-
are the size of her head. He could crush.
He held a match and it was like the length of one of his fingernails. It's like insane.
Harvey
He could
Dent
crush
has
a
some man
person's
hands.
hand.
He could
Um,
crush your skull like a sparrow's egg, yeah.
And of course, there's the titular holiday killer.
Yeah, the
Titular?
Holiday
I
Killer,
don't think you know what that
um,
means.
obviously one of the main characters of this story, the main character of the story, really.
Yeah,
Really good story. I know who it is.
I do too.
Might have that knowledge, but I mixed him up with No, I mixed up someone else with Kite Man earlier this episode. So
Yes. You mixed, yeah.
I'm just not gonna
But yeah.
say
yeah.
anything.
Then
There is Selena, delightful.
yeah, Selena's voice actress. Wait.
We've already done that.
yeah.
Selena.
Great job.
I
You did
just
a great
want to
job of
say,
Selena.
Selena Kyle is
Yes.
the best Batman character in terms of design.
Just saying this due to
Selena-
her clothing in the movie.
I have no comment on that fact. Moving
You
on.
had so many comments, and they were all no comment.
Yes,
Look!
they were.
People are really attractive sometimes.
Yes.
The next
Especially, that was a very nice dress. Gilda.
Gilda. She's sad.
She is
That was her
always sad.
entire character.
Also, her upper lip is just like a mountain. Did you notice
Yeah,
that?
she just
Yeah, she has some she has like her lips are shaped like an olive almost. Um, but no,
Then there
Gilda
is
is
Calendar Man. Sorry,
I
go on
fucking
about
love
Calendar.
Cat. Oh yeah, I was gonna say Gilda's a cool character. I like her character. She's interesting. She is very sad. She did mention Harvey said we can have kids, and she says like I can't do that, so she may not be able to have
yeah, she
kids.
might be. I want to
So
mention something about. I want to go back to Selena for a second with Gilda.
okay, go ahead.
I really enjoy all the character designs in this movie, but I am slightly disappointed that we didn't get this super goofy purple Catwoman.
I'm really happy we didn't. I
I
don't like
just-
that.
I think they should
We're
release a
very
cut.
excited about her current costume, my friend.
I have no idea what you mean. Looking at this picture, I think this Selena Kyle also would have worked really well in the animation style. I'm just saying.
Moving on to Calendar Man, the freak
Calendar
of
Man.
nature.
Who I
He serves
Remember-
a very like I said while watching a very Hannibal Lecter like
Yeah.
role. Like if you've ever read the book
I think
or like the original
I think
movie.
that is like the inspiration.
And of course, if you've ever known Calendar Man never killed anyone to my knowledge. Like that's something he never did. He refuses to kill people. He just like did wacky crimes on
Murder's a lot of effort.
yeah.
He,
He,
I feel
he has
like
a moral
it's-
code, and he's like, I love the voice actor. I forgot who said the voice actor was, but yeah, that's the exact voice I imagined for Calendar Man, like the exact voice when I was reading the comic the day before watching this. Oh yeah, side note, I read
That's not
fucking all of Long Halloween and Dark Victory before watching this
that might
to make sure my
be
brain was
an
refreshed.
older fact because it might just be the Arkham games, but Calendar Man is in prison for murdering a lot of people.
Yeah, Calendar Man's not a good criminal. Like he's just not. He gets caught a lot.
Well, he kind of
Um,
tells people when he's gonna commit crimes.
Yeah, he does. I mean, so does Holiday, but the Holiday hasn't gotten caught yet.
True.
Number 9 is I mean, it's the Joker. Like
It's the Joker. It's always the Joker.
It's Jared Leto.
you know who he is. Do we need to explain? Troy Baker's voicing him. So if you
Yes.
liked him in
Arkham
anything
Origins.
that's supposed to sound like Mark Hamill but isn't Mark Hamill, that's probably Troy Baker.
Like Troy Baker as like a voice character for the Joker. I think he's a good.
Troy Baker is just such a good actor. It's not surprising that
Yeah.
he's in so many things.
It's Troy. I'm in everything Baker.
And
He does a great job.
I'm
He-
also in everything North.
The only person they were missing was Matthew. I'm in everything Mercer.
Man, I
I was watching him do something yesterday.
probably.
Um,
Also, Laura Bailey's and everything.
and then number 10, I missed his name every freaking time they mentioned it.
Alberto.
Alberto, not
Yeah.
Bones, is what I
Yeah.
have him labeled under, so that I'd remember which guy it was. with just the
Alberto
name.
Falcone. Alberto's a cool character. I like Alberto a lot.
He seemed messy, and I enjoyed that.
He was
Yeah,
really
he
messy
also-
at the end of the movie.
They
Oh,
made
he was-
Falcone much meaner to him.
Yeah, they
in
did.
this.
He almost assaulted Alberto.
He was choking him. He assaulted him. Like they made Falcone much meaner to Alberto than I remember when I was reading the comic last night. But I might be forgetting something. But he was much meaner in this film.
I also wonder how that's going to change the next section. Okay, moving on to the relationships I was tracking. Bruce and Gotham's a really fascinating one in this movie.
Yeah, Bruce seems like Bruce is like actively hindering the mob with his own money. As
Yes.
Bruce Wayne.
Get him
Which
for
is-
his white collar crimes, people.
I mean, no, that's not a crime, really. Like him stopping the mob's a good thing. Like he's not doing it to be like, ah ha ha, I'm a dickhead billionaire. He's doing it because the whole like thing about Bruce Wayne is, oh, what if a billionaire cared about people? He's just doing that to like say, no, you can't launder your money in a bank that I technically have stock in. I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna buy every bank in Gotham to keep you from laundering your money, you shithead.
Also, in this, one of the few events he goes to as Bruce and not as Batsy is something supporting a children's hospital.
Yep.
In here, and he's really actively trying to take care of Gotham in this, and I found that fun.
We
Yeah,
might want to speed up just slightly if we want to make an hour,
Okay, sure.
Okay, so
because we're almost at half an hour and we're barely through the minutes.
okay, I'm gonna skip number 2 because it's the same as usual, and move on to Bruce and Selena / Batman and Catwoman. I found that really fascinating.
Cute relationship. It's cute. It's
It
nice.
Yeah, it's cute. It's fun. Later on in the
Number
notes,
4,
I'm gonna
oh my
mention
god.
something that Coin says. Coin said while we were watching it. Number 4 is really fascinating. It's Harvey and Harvey. It's like the good and the bad of him.
That one's
Finding
Yeah,
good.
it fun.
we do sometimes we do start seeing some of Harvey's like, should I do this? What's going on? You start seeing Harvey start to like do some shit he shouldn't be doing.
Yeah.
Number 5, I've labeled Gildy and Hubby, who of course mean Gilda and Harvey.
Mhm.
And I also found them weird and fascinating and fighting.
Yeah, they have a like she said, a love-hate relationship where they're obviously going through some shit, but they very clearly care for each other just a fucking lot. Harvey was fighting the Joker. Like,
Yeah.
Harvey cares for
Harvey-
Gilda, and Gilda
if-
cares for Harvey.
The Joker, if he hadn't kicked Harvey, he would have been beaten to death.
Probably. Let's go to places.
Yes. Did we
I forgot
go?
one, so I'm typing that right now. Okay, so we spent the whole time in Gotham.
Shocking.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
Gotham looks nice. Okay, I mentioned this while fucking watching it. I love that you can't nail down the time period. I love it when they do that
Yeah.
in Gotham so much. The cars are from the 50s, but they got some modern shit going on. They got neon lights from the 70s. Some of the clothing are from like different time periods. It's glorious. I love when they do Gotham like that. It makes it better. Like, stop making Gotham look modern. Keep it looking gothic and weird.
From the looks of it, it kind of looks like they're doing that with the Batman.
Yes, it does, and I love that. Keep doing that. The show Gotham also did that.
I love Gotham.
Then we're in the mansion for like 3 scenes.
Yep.
Wayne Manor looks nice. It looks very
I
creepy and
love
gothic.
the design of everything around Wayne Manor.
I see why
Yeah.
no kid would go up there on Halloween. You'd be too scared. Old man Wayne's gonna beat the shit out of you if you go up his lawn.
It's also
Um,
a very
Old Man
long
Pennyworth's
driveway.
gonna
Like,
get
you
the
have to
shit
walk
out of you.
a lot to get
Yeah,
whatever candy you want.
Yeah.
yeah, you
They
do.
better be giving out like boxes of candy for that walk.
Yeah.
They probably. I mean, they had full-sized candy bars. That, like, if you looked at it, it was like full-sized candy bars.
Yeah.
I would walk up that. I'm gonna
But
be
it's
honest.
not enough
Do you
for that
think
walk.
Alfred eats the Halloween candy, or do you think Bruce? Eats
Yes, Bruce and
think-
Alfred both.
They all do.
it? Once Dick gets brought into the fold, that's when the Halloween candy really starts going.
If they do Dark Victory, he will.
Then we go to the Gordon's home.
Where we do
Um,
see, for just a scene, we see Barbara and James Gordon, the children.
Yes, we see
Have-
Barbara.
Both of their children are named after them.
Yeah, bit bit odd.
They're very creative parents, as you can tell. They really knew what they wanted.
I can forgive Jim. Jim's not that smart, but Barbara, come
Barbara.
on.
What are they gonna do if they have a third child? Jarbra?
Oh, so
Just combine them.
funnily enough, my grandpa and his wife, they named their third child a mix of their names.
What is that person's name?
So John and Lori had Johnny, Jonathan, Jacob, and Jory as the last one. So as you can tell, my grandpa really likes his name.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
just like, I'll name all 4 of my kids that.
Okay,
Yo, we got
That-
the rooftops.
we got the
uh,
rooftops.
Very
with like
exciting stuff.
it was, yeah, like the chase between Catwoman and Batman. Just
Yeah.
iconic
Catwoman and
always.
Batwoman.
I mean,
also
that's
liked-
probably happened before.
I also really enjoyed Batman not being able to get to Catwoman all the time.
Yes, because this is like we said, like shortly after year 1, he's still kind of bad at what he's doing
He's
sometimes.
not very good at being Batman.
He gets bodied. He gets like bodied jumping onto like a roof and a train at one point. Like he hurts himself.
doesn't-
Quite obvious.
I don't. Does he glide in this movie? Because it seems like he doesn't
No.
have the
Not
the
once.
ability to glide with his cape.
Nope. I think he is wearing just a basic ass cloth outfit.
Because
I'm not
he
gonna
just
lie.
fucking jumps onto a rooftop from a
Yeah.
higher rooftop to get to Catwoman.
Not
Oh,
great.
He's we also see Chinatown for a quick chase
Ew.
scene. It looks nice. It's pretty. It looks very 80s or 70s, like all the neon lights and shit around. It looks nice.
I enjoyed it a lot. Then we go
yeah.
to the sewers, where we see my absolute child, which I will reference in notes later down. Then we go to Arkham.
Arkham looked nice. I like the way Arkham looked. It was just like it looked like a fucking skyscraper, kind of the way they were
Yeah.
showing it. Like it was just staircases among staircases
I like
leading
the
to different
idea
cells.
Mixed with
With-
like the 50s.
With Arkham,
Yeah.
I can't really
villains.
decide how much. I don't know if I like it more as this place that is just an awful prison, so they can't keep anyone in, or if it's the super nice state of the art place that's just got really bad security guards. I
Again,
don't.
it's an interesting place, and I've liked most interpretations of it so far.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. We also go on Falcone's yacht at one point,
We do.
and
Yes.
it's a nice yacht, and we also see some really nice scenes there between Bruce and Selena, with Alberto, sorry.
I would also
Falcone
like
gives
to
a
point
very
out-
interesting speech as well.
Yeah, he does. I would also like to point out on the yacht, we can tell it's not any form of actual boat. Like it's not a real boat in the real world. It's a fictional yacht.
Yes, it is.
And that like you could have gone with any yacht type you wanted. Make an actual yacht. No, just a fake one. And then we end up in the air
You do.
towards the
Yes.
end. We're going back to the yacht.
Yeah. This isn't really anything spoilery. Joker steals a plane at one point. We end up in the air. Not in a air.
Yes.
That makes no sense. We end up in the air.
So the plot. I have narrowed it down to 12 main points instead
you
of the
have.
usual 15. There was a shooting in town that wasn't really a big plot, but it was the first thing you see after the credits.
Yep. It's just a quick thing to introduce you to like Batman being a vigilante, I guess, if you didn't know that.
Dude was shot and left a Jack-O, is what my notes say. I mean, Jack-O-Lantern there, obviously.
Yeah, and that's just the killing of Vidi, man with some man titties. The first killing, kind of sad they didn't like switch to black and white, because in the comics, every time the Holiday Killer killed, they'd put the panel in all black and white and like kind of like make sure you could not see what the fuck the Holiday Killer looked like at all. And I thought that was cool, but
Yeah, it was.
it still looks nice. It still looks nice here. It's not in black and white, but it still looks nice.
And we learned that Jimothy is a captain and not, in fact, in charge of the police yet.
Yeah.
He is not the commissioner. Once again, showing you the kind of timeline we're going with and what's going on here. It's
Rowan.
not
Sorry.
to our full capacity yet.
Rowan,
Can't yell at me till I say it out loud.
you are not allowed to say the first part. You are only allowed to say what's in the parentheses. You are only allowed to call it that for the duration of this point.
Okay, so we visit the boy date.
Good.
Meeting of the minds, all right?
Meeting of the boys. We have Harvey, we have Jimothy, and we have Brucey Boy up on a rooftop together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're just
yeah.
like, okay, but
And-
also I gotta say, Jim missed a moment to rhyme, and it made me angry when he said, "You work in the light." He could have said, "Batman, and you work in the night." It would have rhymed. I'm just saying, Jim missed an opportunity.
That's
There's
kind
that. Also, I would like to tell the people who are listening, if they are listening, I know that Jim's full name is not Jimothy. I just find it funny
Of course
to say that.
it is. Jimothy W. Gordon. Everyone knows it. The famous character.
And after that testosterone fest, Batman and our good friend Catwoman find so much cash money.
They
Which,
find the
shockingly,
entirety.
Catwoman doesn't try to take any of.
Yeah,
I
she does
feel
not.
like you
She
should let
may.
the public defender and Catwoman take the money. Not everyone's rich, Bruce.
Oh, Selena is rich though.
Yeah, she is.
Selena's rich because she has worked the system. Bruce was born rich. He knows nothing.
Jesus Christ.
I have
Bruce
some
is
feelings.
Bruce was rich for 10 years, then his parents were shot, and then he was not rich for like 15
7.
because he did not use his money.
Yeah, he left.
It's not like
That's
he
the
didn't have the
entire-
ability to use his money.
That's the entire plot of one of the movies we've covered.
Yes, and I can't think about the plot because I'm too busy fighting Rachel.
But yeah,
And there's an explosion with Harvey and his wife, so I have dead Harvey who is alive.
okay,
Okay.
yeah. And they pull a like. Is me talking about how they like do
Red
things in the
hair test?
hospital?
They faked out that whether or not
Okay.
he would become Two-Face.
Yeah, they were faking it out,
Um,
like they were shading half of his face and stuff. It was like okay.
Uh,
And
then Batman fights Soldier 76.
He does not fight Grundy or Soldier 76.
You're
He
right.
talks to him, which I like better because in the comic he tries to talk. Grundy doesn't listen, so he just beats the shit out of Grundy. I like this movie's adaptation of it better.
I just
Is
love
it mi-
Solomon
it-
Grundy.
does fight someone in the sewers.
He does. He
does.
fights the guy who set the bomb in Harvey's house.
Yeah, then none of
Which
us can
gives my
remember the
notes.
name. Of.
Did you say the guy was Irish originally? Was that something
Yeah,
I
I
heard?
think so.
Yes, he was very Irish. Like if you could literally, it wasn't just like, oh, they said he's Irish. No, his dialogue in the comic was Irish. So it'd say like, oh boyo and shit like that.
Oh,
So yeah,
boyo!
he's very Irish in the comic.
Then Jim gives Harvey a gun.
We've already
What the
ranted
fuck is
about
wrong with
that.
Jim? What the fuck
We
is wrong
did
with
talk
Jim?
about that,
It's so stupid. He shouldn't have done that.
but I did want to mention that for the plot purposes. And Joker tries to mess stuff up again.
Just, what else
Yeah,
is he
I
gonna
do so wish, because in the comic, Joker is just he tells he just quotes the Grinch the entire time while doing this,
Yeah.
and it's fucking amazing because
They-
he even he just is the Grinch the entire time.
I feel
basically,
like
and
in
it's
the
amazing.
movie that might be harder to do. In terms of
Wonder-
it might have
I mean,
something to do with rights or something.
No, Wonder Brother owns the rights to Grinch. I'm pretty sure because they made the original movie, and I think Illuminations owns it.
Yeah.
Fuck, Illuminations owns it now. Oh, you're right. That's why. Okay, that's probably
Um,
why.
I'm glad you had that epiphany. Then we go to the yacht.
The yacht?
Yeah.
I know
the
that's
yacht.
not how you pronounce that. We go to the yacht, which again is some white people stuff.
Italian specifically.
Okay, we are no
Luca
longer
was so
in
good,
the
I wish
20s.
Italian people were real.
Italians and Irish folk
know,
are now
I know,
considered
yeah,
white
I know.
again.
I know I was being like it's specific.
God,
The
guys,
whole yacht
Luca was
thing
so
is
good.
some
Okay, no,
Um,
thing is, you listed the what type it is. I listed the brand. All right, I listed the brand. All right,
The brand of Irish, the brand of human.
the brand of white. The
The
brand of
brand of
white. It was
white.
Italian.
Rowan's so sick of us.
And I have Joker doesn't want competition. That's when he gets in the plane.
Yes, I love that Joker's like actively hunting down Holiday because he does not want anyone else being too famous or being too famous of a homicidal maniac.
I also would like both of you to look at how I spelled doesn't in the notes for 10 seconds. Just
Dorset.
because I find it funny.
Oh, Dorset.
And then
Batman
Batsy has to
swims
swim
to the yacht.
back to the yacht. He leaves the
Yeah.
yacht. He goes and deals with Joker and then swims back.
Oh my
And
god,
then-
wait, did I
Selena.
unmute after my last coughing fit? Okay, cool.
And Selena Selena
I'm
sees
getting
him.
to that. That's in my other notes for you
Okay.
specifically. The
Okay.
Selena bit. But then some stuff goes down without giving you the ending of it. Some stuff goes down and we fade to black.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Um,
don't remember what I was about to say. I do have
So-
something I want to say at the end of this, though.
in my more notes section, and I'm calling all of the notes my notes now, y'all, because there are 3 words on here that weren't written by me.
That's
They were written
because
by
we,
me.
we usually... I like just, like, trying to remember shit.
Yeah. What were your grades like in school?
I had...
Oh, I had
all-
nothing but A's in most
Yeah,
things.
I had all A's and B's. I didn't take notes.
You take college level classes in school, though?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
Interesting. So, first note. So much
Rowan
hair.
had, like, this checkmate ready.
I did not, actually. I wanted to argue about my IB diploma and just be, like, very fancy and be like, look, I took so many college classes, y'all aren't even ready. But then if other people took college classes, it's not as fun to mention. That's not the point. There is so much hair on Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
There's a.
I saw more hair on that man than
that's
anywhere else.
something I did really like about Henry Cavill Superman after he came back, was that it was comic accurate in that he was just basically a walking ball of hair.
In Dark Victory, talking about the hair of Bruce in like the sequel comic to it, there's just this picture of Bruce like standing next to this like normal dude, and this dude's like 6 foot, and Bruce is like 6'4", but they make him look like 10 foot tall, and he has the chest the size of this man's entire body, and it's just covered in hair.
But here's the thing, I did not sign up to watch an X-Men movie featuring the Beast. I thought this was a Batman movie featuring Batman.
We've already
I
mentioned the time period.
I wrote
Yeah.
something else that I'm not sure what it means, so we're just gonna skip that.
Okay.
In my sarcastic, I also bathed with a jack-o'-lantern.
Which
Was
you
supposed to
also...
be directed towards the police.
Oh yeah, because they just
Because-
ignored the jack-o'-lantern.
Stop correcting my words. And I really liked the line, "Take your crosswords for a walk."
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And then he was playing Sudoku, not crosswords at that point.
Yeah, but that is a good line.
Selena hisses at Harvey Dent.
Okay, but you
Yes,
want to know what she
this-
does in the comic the entire time?
What?
She makes meow noises. She makes.
She
like,
does that so often
meow
in early comics.
in the comics. Like literally every time she's in the shadows in Long Halloween or Dark Victory or Catwoman winning in Rome, you just hear. You see like the fucking text meow
Do
appear
you
up. I'm like,
think
Selena,
whoever
stop.
wrote Catwoman
Selena,
at that
stop.
point was a furry?
Probably.
It kind of
Probably.
seems like it.
I mean, they
But
gave her a
also-
tail and whiskers.
Yeah.
Batman, Spider-Man. We have a lot of animal-based heroes and villains.
Don't even get started on
also-
Spider-Man's villains. You got Rhino,
Blizzard's
Scorpion, Dr. Octopus, Blizzard.
I also truly liked Catwoman's line of "Justice can be personal."
Yeah,
Sweetie.
sweetie.
then-
Yeah, because Harvey was being fucking
Sexist.
just a dickhead and called her sweetie, and she was like, "Huh? We doing this? We doing this right now?"
Okay,
And-
Harvey Dent is not allowed to be an asshole. Selena Kyle is always allowed to be an asshole. So,
It's because it's Selena.
yeah.
That's her
And
character.
I'm agreeing with
Big-
you.
I know.
mentioning Is when they're talking about the money, which is when that scene is.
Yep.
Is that led to us talking for about a minute about the IRS and DC comics, and I would also like to mention there is a really funny dude on TikTok whose name I don't know off the top of my head, who does IRS for the superheroes, and it's
Oh,
delightful.
I know what you're talking about, but no free clout.
Yeah.
He
He does some other cool stuff too, and I really like him talking about stuff. And you all should go follow that man.
We're not gonna shout him out though, so we don't know
I
his
don't
name.
remember his name. Okay, I am a weak human, and I don't remember stuff.
Okay. Let's start
Maybe-
wrapping up.
It will be in the drop thing. Probably
It
not,
won't. I won't be able to find it.
because I'm not in charge
you.
of that. Well, I am, so I'll just like text you or something.
I'll consider it.
Then at one point, before we get to Chinatown, I wrote, I just want Solomon Grundy to hang this whole movie, because it really was making me want Solomon Grundy.
What's
Yeah,
the
Solomon Grundy was chill. He was chill. He was awesome.
we should do for Halloween just like a variety of Solomon Grundy things, like
Yeah, there's some good episodes of Batman with him.
Grundy, born on a Monday. Yeah, there's a Gotham episode about Grundy. There's
there
several.
is, and then he just
Um,
becomes human again, and it's stupid.
He just becomes, yeah, it's stupid. Anyways,
There's also this point in once we get to Chinatown where someone throws a sword at Batman and he's not facing them, and he like realizes a sword's being thrown. So I wrote something about Spidey senses.
he heard it.
Um,
He just heard the like.
And the action scene, I gave a 9 out of 10.
Well, that's a 10 out of 10 for me. That is like one of the best like animated Batman action scenes I've seen. Besides from something like, it was gorgeous. It looked nice. It was well done, well choreographed. The animation was on point.
I would like to go back to that comment about he heard it.
It was a joke. That was a joke.
Okay.
No,
good.
we're not.
Because
I wasn't being serious about
it
that.
also gives me an excuse to talk about this.
I would like
Daredevil.
to make my complaint about the action scene.
Daredevil has limits to his senses when it comes to things being thrown directly at him, which leads to one of my favorite comic panels of Daredevil barely being able to dodge Captain America's shield because it doesn't make any noise because it's vibranium.
Oh, true. Yeah.
He's only able to hear it because of the wind that it's cutting through.
Right. But my one complaint about the action scene coin, just so that you know why I did not give it a 10 out of 10, is that they're attacking him one by one. Gonna attack someone in a group.
I feel like, okay, there's a lot of things that make me feel like maybe part of this was originally meant to be a game. Because, like, attacking one by one, the fact that they go through and select the people and then describe them as if you're supposed to choose. It's like...
There's some interesting stuff in there.
Do we have anything else to talk about regarding the movie?
Hey, Grundy's there. Batman's not an amazing detective yet. That was
that is something that...
He's not the world's greatest detective yet, yeah.
Oxford pollutes the mind. That's just told to us straight out.
Calendar's fucking creepy.
Eyes on Calendar Man. Actually, his whole design's kind of creepy. I liked it. Joker's design was really fun.
I do kind of wish he had the big smile, but...
I like the small smile. This movie is full of so many white people.
It's actually less white than the comic, though.
There are 3 people of color in the whole movie that I counted.
Well,
None of them have lines.
The Cantonese people as well.
Yeah, they were.
Oh, that's true. Sorry, I was counting black people. There's also people in Chinatown.
Selina's also usually not white.
Yeah.
Selina's not usually white. This time she was.
True.
She might. We don't know.
Okay, she was played by a Latina actress, but she looked very white.
Could be,
number 18, specifically Coin, during the movie.
Selina, this is.
Oh my god! I didn't.
Says Bruce's name out loud, so my reaction was just Selina, Selina, Selina.
I was so confused what y'all were talking about because I didn't see that there was a second page. I thought it just ended.
There's a second page in my notes.
I thought it just ended at number 6.
No, hiss is not where it ends.
I thought it just ended at hiss.
There's a post-credit scene, just in case you're watching it.
Yeah.
Yes, there is.
Which really should have just been part of the movie.
Yeah.
Because it's like really important.
It was weird to be post-credit. And then number 20 is something we mentioned forever and ever ago when I asked a question about Pepper Potts and just
Oh,
never did it
Jesus.
again. Which is me asking questions at the end of it as just someone who doesn't know stuff about Marvel Comics at all.
What's the question?
So my question today is actually a question I have the answer to. I just want people to answer the question because I want people to be wrong so that I'm right. Is Juggernaut a mutant, mutate, or something else?
It depends on the comic.
Isn't though?
Yes.
There's only one answer.
No.
There is only one answer. Yeah, there is only
There's
one
only
answer.
One answer.
It depends on the universe.
I mean, maybe in like the movies, which didn't do Juggernaut well until like Deadpool.
The fact that Deadpool is the only time that Colossus and Juggernaut have been done well on screen is a crime.
And I will be telling you the correct answer in our next podcast episode. Whenever that is.
Alright, well, I guess that's it, unless you want to talk about
I'm the
Scooby-Doo.
Juggernaut, bitch.
Did he say that in...
The X-Men movie, yeah, but that was a
No.
reference to a fan dub
I know.
of
Was that said
the
in
X-Men cartoon.
Deadpool 2?
Yes.
Okay, good. Wait, what was the song that was playing when Juggernaut rips Deadpool in half?
Oh, so that's not an actual song, is the thing.
Wasn't it just people singing, "Holy shit, it's Juggernaut"?
Yeah, pretty much. I think there was a couple more lines there. Okay, that's the end of my notes. I have no more to talk about.
I also have no more to talk about. Unless
I
you
just
want
want
to
to
talk about
say,
this picture.
if they continue this whole like long Halloween trilogy, I hope to God they get Batgirl Year One. Batgirl Year One's such an underrated
I
comic.
feel
and
like-
so I don't know if it's underrated. Batgirl Year One's so So is Robin Year One. They're both such
I feel
good
like
comics.
If they're gonna do any Batman stories of early Batman, it's gonna have to be that like anthology, you know?
Yeah, because Dark Victory is the direct sequel to Long Halloween, and then Robin Year One and Batgirl Year One are both sequels to that because that's connected to Batman Year One, and all that entire series is just so good. I'm not a big fan of the art, which a lot of people love. I just think sometimes it looks a bit too ugly. Like that one
Yeah.
picture I posted of Bruce. It gets better as the series goes on. I'm also not a fan of Catwoman in Rome because it's just, God, could you sexualize Catwoman a little less? I know that's her character, but you have her naked like every other panel.
I pulled up the picture of Bruce for the podcast.
Good, because that's an
I just
ugly
went to
Bruce.
the chat and saw that.
That is
And,
a bird man. That-
Now I'm gonna go smudge my home so that none of that can ever touch.
Well, lucky for
Please,
you,
yeah.
as soon as we stop this, we're gonna record something else really shortly. That's gonna be
Are
a
we?
lot better. I'm gonna explain once we are off the podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So, is that the end of the podcast? Do you think?
I would
feel
say
like
so.
we're
We're
done.
out of notes. We're probably over time.
We're not. We're at 53 minutes, but we're not gonna be able to. fill
Damn, we
7
sped
minutes.
ran that.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I thought
Good
we
at
were
that
gonna.
bit at the end.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. We are back. We're not gonna just disappear again and just make Coin make videos for us.
Yeah. I still have a second one prepared.
Do you?
Exciting.
I didn't know
Not
you-
fully. I have like the opening credit, and then I can rant about Transformers for like 3 hours.
Cool.
Don't
Ooh,
tempt
we
me.
should talk about Transformers one day.
Oh my god! If we have to go through all those movies, I've never seen them. And
No, no, not the movies. No, like the
I wanna
original
watch
like,
Bumblebee.
cartoon. Bumblebee's good. Yeah, Bumblebee's good. I
was good. Okay.
Okay.
watch
Thanks.
Gen 1.
Thank you so much for listening, watching if you cared enough. Yeah, that subscribe. Coins
If you want.
social medias will be in the description. Rowan doesn't
It
have
is.
social media.
I post stupid
No,
shit on
I
Twitter.
Do
I
you?
have a Twitter now.
Okay.
I just
I will.
got
I
one.
will. I will also
3
link
things on
Rowan's
it.
Twitter. I want to say
Fair.
thank you for the support that this podcast has been getting, because as of right now, the Justice Society World War II episode has 1.6 thousand views.
Wow. Also, you responded to one of my mom's comments, and she was like, "Listen,
That was your
you don't
mom?
know which one." Yeah, responded to my mom, Johnny. Doesn't look like that.
Commenting to feed the YouTube gods was your mother?
Okay, no, my mom is very hip with the kids.
Okay, cool.
Unlike me, I am secretly an elder, and she had me on hair. My entire life.
That's really funny. I thought that was just a random person.
No, that was my mother.
That's really fucking
I
fun.
keep forgetting my battery. My mouse is dead.
Okay,
Oh.
thank you for
Stop using
listening.
your mouse.
We just killed 2 minutes
Bye.
by just rambling. Bye.
Good.
Bye.